Welcome to Take Two Radio. We are pleased to bring you interviews with people in the entertainment and music industry, discussions and recaps of the 4 remaining daytime soaps. That's The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, General Hospital, and Days of Our Lives, as well as various other shows. For upcoming and previous shows, check take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And you can find us on Blog Talk Radio, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and other streaming apps. Follow us on social media at Take Two Radio, and thanks for listening.
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is David from Take Two Radio Soaps and Review, and I'm filling in for Pam, who's out on personal time, and our Anthony is on a conference with the blind, and he's missing with us today. But today we have Candice.
Hey guys.
Hello.
And we have Carolyn.
Hi.
And today we would like to welcome our newest member, and we're waiting for him to come, is Willy of Willy's View Podcast. And so what we're going to do today, we're going to go through the news and
there was
recap.
a lot.
There's a lot of news. And yeah, there's plenty of news, isn't there?
Yeah.
And we're going to recap the golden oldies that were on and what we liked about them, and we're going into days. And I'm going to get started because he didn't call in yet. I told him 5 of 7. I don't even know what time slot he's in, so... yeah. So,
then Candice,
what do you want to? You want to start what?
Candice
go ahead,
is leaving early.
I am leaving early. I have this saying. I have this little thing that I have to do. You probably heard about it. A new show called Forever and a Day, and we're going to do our first table read tonight. So, yeah, I'm nervous.
So where should we start? Candice, what do you want to discuss before I have to leave at 8?
I think we should just go there and just talk about what is going on with Days of Our Lives behind the scenes.
Okay.
Because,
all right.
Well, first and foremost, the ratings did come out. Days did hit number 1 in total viewers. So congratulations to Days of Our Lives, to the viewers, to the fans. Okay, here's the deal. So last week we heard that after 30 years at Corday Productions, yes, Greg Mean was released. He was fired. Now, a lot of people have mixed emotions about this. But let me just give you a backtrack, is that Greg Mean started out as he was a supervisor editor. He worked his way up. He became VP of Corday Productions. He's co-executive producer of Days of Our Lives. He was an instrumental part of the Days of Our Lives app, also as well as the digital series that you see. This was a shock. Because 24 hours prior, he gave an interview to TV Insider, I believe it was TV Insider or TV Line, talking about how they don't really want to rush going back to, work with productions because L.A. County still spiked up. It was also, by the way, side note, it was also announced that September 1st is when Days of Our Lives goes back to work. But yeah, Greg Mean is no longer there. So I'm going to put it out there. Were you guys shocked about this?
Yes.
And where do you think this is leading to? David?
Well, and yeah, it's a
I think it's part of the bloodbath.
Yeah.
They're jumping ship.
Right? I mean, okay. So, because some people, and then obviously the other big story, after 37 years on and off of Days of Our Lives, she's an iconic character. She's an iconic actress. Kristen Alfonso is also leaving Days of Our Lives. She will not be back when they go back in production September 1st. She took to social media to address her leaving. She said this was on her own terms. She's grateful for all the fans for over the years, for supporting her, loving her, vice versa. Again, when I say this spread, like, wow, I mean, first and foremost, no news outlet had found out about it until after she posted on social media.
Right.
Again, your thoughts about this? Because I was shocked on this one.
And so was the cast.
Right.
Which shows how close, tight, secrets are. I know I saw that on Freddie and Alyssa. So Freddie said he was shocked. He didn't see this coming. And by the way, let's say hello to Will. Made in.
Hi, everybody. Hola.
Hola.
What are we talking about?
We're talking
Kristen
about Days of Our
Alfonso.
Lives news. Yeah, Kristen Alfonso and Greg Mean and their departure of Days of Our Lives.
Oh, okay. Have you started? You're already talking about the exits that are affecting a lot of daytime.
Well, we basically was talking about what was going on, kind of the shocking of Greg Mean being released from Corday Productions after 30 years and Kristen Alfonso after 37 years, but it was on her own accord. So where do you think, first, were you shocked by the news of their release? And where do you think this is going to go with Days of Our Lives' future?
I'm going to tell you, I love
Will.
Kristen Alfonso. She's amazing as Hope Brady, but I'm not surprised that she is not returning in September because, for one thing, we got to be honest, as to get real, the writer seems to have lacked any creativity as far as writing anymore for Hope. They will try to switch back and forth between Hope or Hope being Gina or Hope being boring and not doing anything. So when I heard that she was leaving, I was like, I wish her all the best, but I don't blame her for leaving because, if she wasn't to leave now, it's just like the writers are just making her look worse than what she has to look like as far as her character goes. And, it doesn't leave her much choice, for a minute there, people were even assuming that because Hope was supposedly stay with, what is it?
Rafe.
Steve,
Rafe.
Patch. I think Patch, they were like in a room together or something. They were making rumors like, oh, don't tell me Hope's going to start trying to date Patch now. It's like, see, that's what I'm saying. It's the writer. They really don't seem to be showing any commitment, pursuing all that is Hope. And so when I heard that she's leaving, I'm like, yeah, I kind of expected that. And I'm sure you all have heard about the others that are leaving already, but it's not over. There's still some more. I keep hearing there's at least 3 more coming that are yet to be announced.
Well, here's the thing. I think people need to go back to earlier last year when NBC, we weren't sure if Days of Our Lives was going to be renewed or not. Usually they had the announcement is usually made around the anniversary time, and it wasn't around that point. We all remember that Ken Corday released all the actors from their contracts to save money. Now, going forward, when they was renewed, they had to also do up new contracts. And as we all know, in Hollywood, you just don't sit around. You go look for work because you never know what is going to happen. Earlier this year, when we found out about Freddie and Chandler and Galen and Judy and Stacey, I think what people forget is, especially if you're not, in tune with what's going on with Days, basically every year or every 2 or every 3 years, there is some cuts to save money to produce Days of Our Lives. They're on a year-to-year contract with NBC and Sony. As we all know, Sony and Ken Corday have this lawsuit that is still going to continue once everything is opened back up. Here's the thing. I will say this. There is speculations on other people leaving. Nothing has been confirmed yet. But Days of Our Lives fans knows that usually there is a bloodbath. That's what they like to call it, a bloodbath. It doesn't mean, And I think usually
what they do with that's a good point what you're making too. When you're talking about the bloodbath, I think that's just kind of like the media's way of kind of like hyping it up to what it really is. But I agree with you. I think also that it's part of the fact that it's kind of like the show catching up to itself. The fact that a while back, a few months ago, the way you just said it, that it was true, that the show was, the fate was up in the air about the show. The cast supposedly had got where everybody's contracts ended. So what everybody's asking, and this is a great question the fans are asking, that's how they're loyal. Well, if that's the case, why don't they just say that everybody's leaving and then returning in September? But that's not the case, because we already see that, Christian Alfonso's now returning in September. So what's going on? That's what they're saying. It's like, okay, there's more to this story, because it's not just about contracts. It's not just about NBC's fate of returning. I think there's, or maybe it's just fans, but they feel there's more to it than what's being said. Like, who else is leaving? Like, a rumor has it that maybe Marlene is supposed to leave and Victor. Okay, I'm not sure about Marlene, but with Victor, I won't be surprised if Victor was to leave, only because, and again, we're being real. The actor that plays Victor, his real-life daughter, Jennifer Aniston, has been always wanting him for a while to leave, to kind of do retirement, because she looks out for her dad, which is really great. And if Victor was to leave, I'm going to miss him dearly. But again, I could kind of see where it would happen, because Victor's character has a lot of great, interesting little zingers, but overall, he's not getting any story. And I think that's what's going on here. It's they're kind of seeing it, as fans are seeing the other perspective. These characters, these actors, they're not getting their respectful storylines that they used to get. So then it's not a surprise that a lot of them are either leaving or they're being let go. You see what I'm saying?
Well, but then they're coming back. Judy's back this week.
Yeah, Judy came back.
Judy's back.
Is Kristen Alfonso, is she gonna die off?
Yeah, and
is she gonna she's gonna die off, or is she?
I don't know.
Or she's gonna come back. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: they did renew certain people's contracts.
There's gonna be more too coming up, because like everybody was upset about Brady. They were mad because Brady was leaving, and I try to calm them down, especially on media, because I know how the fans get. And I'm like, hold on, I did announce that he was leaving, yes, but I never said that he's not going to return, because the sources that I keep hearing as well is that some of the ones that are leaving now, they're going to return in September. Like Brady's a temporary exit. What is it? Kristen is returning, also supposed to be in the fall. And then there's also supposed to be, I'm sure you heard this as well, Candice, and everyone here in the group. You heard there's supposed to be some type of funeral coming up?
Funeral?
I heard about
there's
that.
A funeral coming up.
We don't know what's in their. We don't know what's in their contract.
No, I never.
And it might might just be that cut them loose, let them go and look for other work, and then we'll bring them back part time. I mean, we're in the throes of a virus. We don't even know if they're going to be able to get back and start shooting
again. Exactly.
And even though they did set a September 1st date.
Right, but that can change. That can actually change because just like, with Young and the Restless, they went to do their testing today, but they were supposed to be back last week. General Hospital is also going to be pushed back because, again, L.A. County's numbers went back up more than 75%. So at this point, too, is that with like John Anderson and Bill Hayes and we also got to remember that if they do not come back, it's not because they don't want to. It's because of health reasons, one. Two, they also had figured some stuff out when they came back to work, like Freddie Smith said on his podcast. You know, they were open to a limited contract to finish our story. You're right. We don't know who is coming back. What we do know is that, you know, obviously there is a lot going on. It happens every year or every other year. I mean, I can remember 7 years ago where Days of Our Lives released Deidre Hall and Drake Holston, which was a big story.
Yeah,
that was a big bombshell.
Yeah.
And they brought them back because they were doing a lot of budget cuts. We have to remember Days is not like General Hospital or, yes, I will compare it since it's always been compared to Young and the Restless as far as budgets go. They rent out the studio, and it's going to be interesting, too, sidetracked here, is that when Days goes back, they will now be a month ahead. So they'll be right in the same predicament as Young and the Restless and GH and Bold, which hasn't happened in almost a decade. So this is going to be real interesting to see what happens. But but
I think that's what's going on.
And we're all talking.
I think that's what's going on. Is this craziness?
We're all talking about it now.
The fans, everybody.
Social media is going crazy. The fans are going crazy. Everybody's at home on their social media and trying to second guess, and we don't know. It would be great. Now, was Craig Men's retirement age? Kristen Alfonso is retirement age.
Well,
she's my age.
Okay.
Kristen Alfonso, I think what it is, and you can correct me here, but
I've been watching her 37 years, so.
The fans are trying to assume things. The fans are trying to assume things that's not exactly true. Like some of them were getting mad at Ron for her leaving and this and that. They don't realize, and you mentioned it before too, Candice, that a lot of them, they can leave on their own and they choose to, but sometimes fans are in denial and they don't accept that.
Yeah.
I
think what it is is that, and you know, I'll shoot straight pistols here, is Days of Our Lives right now in its entirety has, in the last couple of months, so to speak, has kind of been on the negative end on things as far as behind the scenes stuff goes. I think because we all know Days of Our Lives is treated like the redheaded stepchild of daytime. They don't get the credit from NBC.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming to the surface because they're the only ones that everyone's watching now. Days of Our Lives.
Right. I mean, they're watching it
about it. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Even if, and I'm going to be complete, you know, because I watch all the soaps and whatnot.
Right.
And you guys know I have a huge issue with how NBC promotes Days of Our Lives. I'm sorry, don't promote Days of Our Lives. I'm sorry, because we will do it for them. But to me, it's like, okay, you know, right now they are the only they're the only show with new episodes. They, like I said earlier, they are number one in total viewers. They've been doing really good with, you know, bringing back Love in the Afternoon, technically.
Yeah.
The problem is that
for about 2 weeks. Weeks, and now
2 weeks.
Sin is over. Sin's over.
Right, then it's over. There's no more Love in the Afternoon. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, but when you peel it back, it is kind of like, okay, they're doing so much good things, but they're still struggling. And again, I bring up that lawsuit because that lawsuit, even though, you know, 3 counts was given to Sony Productions, there's still a lawsuit that's still going to determine a lot of people's, well, I'll say Corday's fate as far as Days of Our Lives goes. I also think, you know, with all these releases, you know, I think Freddie and Chandler was the big shock earlier this year before the corona, you know, break happened. Judy and then Galen confirming it. So right there you have 5. Then you had, you know, a lot of stuff in between. We won't talk about it right now. But y'all go on social media. I'm pretty sure y'all know what's going on. And now you have this.
And,
you know, they released
and now you have this.
Right, you have the release date of September 1st, and then you have Greg Mean, like I said, the VP of Corday Productions, and Kristen Alfonso. Those are 2 big hits. I mean, not knocking Chandler and Freddie and whatnot, but when you think about Days of Our Lives, I mean, People Magazine TV Line, like every news outlet, Entertainment Tonight, all of them covered this. Because Kristen Alfonso is one of the faces of Days of Our Lives. Besides Deidre, Drake, Mary Beth, and Steven, you do have Kristen Alfonso. Now, I'm going to go to you, Willie, because you said something about the writing, and I'm going to say this right now. Everybody stop blaming Ron Carlivati, because it's getting a little old real fast.
Everybody
it's getting old. Like, y'all blamed him for General Hospital. Y'all blamed him for One Life to Live. Y'all probably blamed him for the fact that none of us got paid for a couple of weeks. I'm joking. Love you, Ron. But the thing is that I agree to a degree. I feel as though with the character of Hope, let's be real, Bo has gone before. He, no offense to Peter or to Robert Calcicali, but Hope has been written without Bo. They tried with Aiden. Sometimes you have to write a character as an individual, and I do feel as though over the course of years, yes, it always happens to every long-term character. It shifts. The writing for characters have shifted into the new generation, which Days has to focus on now. At the same time, don't make this character a stranger. So I think it was a little bit of both. I do believe, though, she was very sincere. And, it's going to be hard come September. Like, obviously, we're in July, we have August, and then, boom, September 1st will be here. And we don't know you're right, we don't know who is going to come back. It's sort of like a guessing game right now. Hopefully your family does come back. So
I got two questions for you. I got two questions for you. Okay, the first one's going to be, okay, what do you think about what's going on with the as rumors going about that there's going to be it's going to be a Chad / Gwen / Jake and Abby, all four are going to have a love sort of triangle. Have you been hearing about that? That kind of leaves Gabby out in the cold. Have you been hearing anything about that traction?
I heard about that rumor, and I heard about that, and I have no comment on that. I have no comment.
Well, there's no chemistry.
You know what? I got to say, nothing against Gabby, but if it's true about what's going to happen, that, again, another rumor, if she is gone, then so be it, because I'm still okay with the idea of Jake and Gwen. To me, I'm still enjoying their crazy little love-hate relationship. It's exciting. Okay, then you're going to add Chad into the mix with Gwen, and then with Abby returning, I think it's going to be a really great summer for them, because it's going to be like, fans are going to be kind of like, I don't know if I like him, but let me watch it just in case. The more they watch, the more ratings continue to soar. So I think Ron definitely knows what he's doing there. It's a win-win situation.
Well, Gabby says she's not leaving.
Right, and I have my opinions about.
She did say she's not leaving.
No.
She said she's not leaving.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know everything. We don't want to, put it out there.
Right.
That we heard.
Of course.
Right. So we're just allegedly, stay tuned. I always say that. Stay tuned to social media for as the days turn, because you never know what's going to happen. With Days of Our Lives. So I guess we never know. Actually, right.
Oh,
so,
here is my second question.
You love
and it's okay to be honest. My second question for all of y'all. Do you feel that Days of Our Lives is a little too overbloated, that they should go ahead and take off some more characters, or do you think that they're okay the way they are?
They're okay with the way they are, because they balance old generation and new generation.
Right.
I
like
have
that.
a question.
That's why I wanted to bring it up.
I have a question for Candice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And all of you, Candice. Yeah. This is a trivial question, but it was on my mind and I posted it earlier.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold up.
Let
me put my thinking cap on. This is trivia. Do I win a prize? Do I get a prize? Do I get a prize?
It's a trivial question.
Like I did back in the day?
We'll give you a hand clap.
We'll give you a hand clap. Okay. My question is, when do you think they taped these episodes we are seeing now?
Okay, I think they taped them before they went on their break in October, so that was around September.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So around
Months
that.
ago.
So
what do I
so
win?
this might you win a big hug from me there, dear. So, but my thing is, I don't know if you saw, but this week I found it a little suspicious that both Maggie and Julie had the same type of cold and couldn't make the wedding.
You noticed that too?
Yeah,
they were negotiating their.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
No.
No. I'm thinking, what if they're going to have art imitate life as of what's going on now?
I'm going to tell you something funny, and Caroline, you guys probably thought about this too. Okay, so as we all know, Days of Our Lives did a time jump, right? So technically speaking, they're in 2021. They're in 2021. Right. So the ongoing joke is that how did Salem handle the coronavirus? Right? How did you do it, Salem? Please tell us. Let us know how it happened. I just think, because that question has been brought up so many times, which shows should do something about corona. I think with Days of Our Lives, they're fine. I mean, it's going to be real. Like I said, I think I'm going to be interested in how they're going to film starting September 1st. I want to see how they do it as far as the filming schedules go, how they're going to rotate the cast, because under CDC rules, you're only supposed to have 6 people. So I want to see how they do that. I know that Ron did Instagram chat with Stephen Nichols and Mary Beth Evans the other day, talking about how they were going to film and how the writing material is going to be. So it's really right now with Days of Our Lives, I mean, it's very interesting what's happening over there. But
went into work.
They're getting ready. I mean, again, like I said, they got to go by the CDC. But all the shows have to go through the testing, CDC guidelines, make sure they're meeting the requirements. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the picture.
And they're only allowed a 10-hour workday.
Yeah, but you're talking about a lot of people on the team. You're talking about makeup people. You're talking about technicians, hairdressers, and that's another rule. The virus who doesn't. Yeah. Right, and that's another rule too. Is about the makeup. Is that now they don't unless you have to ask the permission of the makeup artist. They are now wanting the actors and actresses to do their own hair and makeup. Save them. You got the costume people. I was watching the Today Show, and they're having problems. There's people that behind the scenes that have the COVID, and they're not saying that they have them, and then they got who were you around, and who did you work on?
Right. You got to do all the questions. Yeah. I mean, they do that with me. And everybody's jobs, actually. They do that, like with me, I went back to work, and,
Like what happened on the Bold and Beautiful, as you all recall. They had got ready to start some filming, and then did you continue to hear about that? That there was an employee that supposedly had the COVID-19, and everybody had to worry about getting tested.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually not completely true. Basically, what it was that they started work, but the results, because the company had provided false results. See, coronaviruses is like pregnancy tests, folks. Just saying. That was your soap opera moment for right there. But they had to retest. So that's basically what it was. But enough about the coronavirus, because we don't want to keep you guys waiting. I know you guys want to know about a wedding that happened on Days of Our Lives. Actually, there was 2 weddings. So to our day's queens,
Yep.
I bow down to you. Tell us about these weddings and a DNA test.
So we're going to talk. Are we going to talk about the almost wedding? What are we going to talk about? Which one?
Let's talk about the almost wedding first. Which I'm saying
Justin and Kayla's.
Waiting down to get married.
Oh my God. Did anyone see it today?
I
did.
See it today?
Oh, okay.
I did.
I didn't see it yet. I heard it was. Did it happen?
No.
Did anybody interrupt the wedding? Like
no.
Yeah.
No. No.
Oh,
okay.
no. Justin interrupted it. He changed his mind.
Which we predicted. We predicted it.
You know, I can't wait. I can't wait for Sammy Brady to return because I hear that her return is going to be really exciting.
Well, that's what we're all waiting for. That
we're waiting.
Sammy, they're doing a lot of talking, and she's coming back, and she's still isolating. She was on social media today. I think it's her anniversary.
Yeah,
with her husband.
I saw that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with her husband.
Yeah, that was cool. I like how she did that.
Now,
so
when
what do you all feel about this Ellie storyline? Do you like how they almost got everybody all wanting to try to have Ellie's baby?
Oh, well, that's going to be drama. That's starting now. I guess they told Rafe that Will and Sonny want to adopt it. And who else?
My question for y'all. My question for y'all is, and this is a big one. Who do you think should have Allie's baby? Do you think it should be Rafe, or do you think it should be Will and Sonny, or somebody else?
I don't think any of them are going to get it. When Sammy arrives, nobody's getting it.
I don't.
Exactly.
And here's the thing. I'm so against this storyline. It's not even funny anymore. I'm done. I'm tapped out because it doesn't. Yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Allie's a college student, right? She graduated from college, correct? Okay.
Yeah, she was on a gap in Europe. She was on a gap in Europe.
Okay, so wait a minute. So I'm going to ask this question, and y'all tell me wouldn't it have made sense if Allie was a teenager?
Yeah.
And she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Because the way
if she opens that hoodie one more time, today she unzipped the hoodie again to show Marlena and John, and I said, "Oh my God!"
Nobody can tell that girl's pregnant. Like, come on,
you're bringing up a good point.
Marlena.
You're bringing up a good point because I noticed like the fans were like, "Well, isn't it kind of awkward for Allie to be looking at a shirtless Xander?" And they're like, "That's kind of awkward and weird." And I'm saying,
no, it's not.
Maybe seem
no,
weird,
not.
But Allie's not a teenager, right? She's a college student.
Again,
am I right?
No offense, but I would be looking at Xander too. Like if I was a teenager, if I was a teenage girl and had hormones and all that stuff, I would be looking at Xander too, shirtless all day, every day. So, yeah.
With Allie, she doesn't come off as a teenager, and if she's playing the college student, that's what caught my attention. Is like I just enjoyed the dialogue between Allie and Xander because you remember how she was talking to him? She goes, "How do you talk like that?"
Yeah.
She actually asked Xander while he's shirtless looking at him. She goes, "How do you talk like that?" She's talking about his accent, like how he talks so fast.
I
thought that was funny. That was a cute moment because he literally comes up to her and asks her, "When are you due?"
I mean, well, Xander wants that kid too to kind of give it to, I guess, to Sarah to like say, well, here's everything, and it's like
all eyes are on that baby.
I'm like, okay, but here's the question on everybody's, because we watch soaps and we all know this. Do you think? I mean, obviously they're going to have to probably play this card.
Yeah.
Where's the dad? Where's the father? Because they're saying maybe Theo now. Theo. Okay. She might have. All right. I'll take it.
I heard rumblings of who the daddy is. I heard rumblings of who the daddy is, and if it's true what I've been hearing, your jaws will drop. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
Oh, okay.
As far as Allie's baby goes, if anybody has to raise Allie's baby, if it's not Will or Sonny or Rafe, I think it would be kind of cute having Eric and Nicole to raise Allie's baby, because here's why. I think that they've been so supportive and so sweet to her, especially Nicole. They are such a cute little family. You know, I think that if anybody, I think they would have a better opportunity of being better parents over that, just for that situation. I mean, there's nothing against Will or Sonny, nothing on Rafe. It's just I'm looking at the bigger picture of who's really been there for her, who's been supportive, who's been by her side. It's right there in front of her. It's Brady, Eric and Nicole. I mean, they just are solid together. It's amazing. Sammy may not like it, but I think that would make some really good ratings. Think about it. Eric versus Sammy. Oh my God, can you imagine?
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be Eric versus Sammy. It would be Nicole. And I think, if they done it the right way, where Nicole was forcing Allie into adopting the child,
right?
And play the history of Nicole and Sammy, because as we all remember, Nicole had Sammy a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would have been great.
To me, I think, this whole story is kind of, I'm like you, Candice. I don't like the fact that they've made, the story, it's like kind of like out there, but I just, again, it's nothing on Will or Sonny, but I just don't like how they're kind of making Sonny seem so clean, like he's got to be desperate for a baby right now. I get that you want to adopt your child for your daughter to get like another baby. We get that. But why are they trying to make Sonny come off so desperate? That's kind of cheesy. Well, here's the thing. I think we're also forgetting
that Will. The other little girl is Will. The other little girl is Will. So Sonny wants. They said 2 weeks ago
he wants his own,
that the two of them were going to mix. The two of them were going to mix their sperm so that they really wouldn't know who the baby was.
Right.
Yeah. But did you see how awkward? Did you see how awkward that was when they were trying to talk to Allie about almost trying to raise her baby, and Sonny's sitting there like he's like on pins and needles. It comes off like he's desperate. I'm like, oh my God, that's got to be so awkward. As far as the scene goes, that was really out there. It didn't sit right. It was so out of place.
To me, it wasn't out of place. I really wish too they would. We all know Allie and Will are related, right?
That's another thing. Yeah.
And I think with Sonny is that he feels as though time is running out. He's kind of not desperate. He just wants right now. Things can be taken away real quick, a la his mother. Okay.
Right.
So I think he doesn't want to waste another moment. Mixing the sperm is a quick way, but you gotta wait 9 months. And even though here's Allie, who is family, and if she doesn't, I think Sonny's mindset is, instead of giving it to a stranger, why not us? We're your family. That's our uncles. So it's sort of like in that sense of, I want the child, and if something happens, you'll still see the child. We'll still be here together. But with the Nicole thing, I'm going to take a pass on that, because it's going to be awkward. Can you imagine Nicole raising Sammy's grandbaby? The irony of it is good.
I love the drama.
Right,
I love the drama.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Here's the thing, too, Will. You also got to think about this, is that it would be great for ratings if Allie was staying on the show.
Yeah.
But because, it's kind of her annual guest, like Days of Our Lives like to do this, guest starring Allison Sweeney. Here she is, folks, for the summer. For the summer, because this is their summer, it's their summer blockbuster right here. Yeah. So to me, if Allison was to stay on the show long term, and they would play Nicole back up to being a villain because I ain't taking this Saint Nicole for anything. I am so sorry. God bless America and all that, but she's no saint.
Why is Nicole so sweet, though? Why is she being so nice? I'm used to her being so wicked.
Well, because she's got Eric. Yeah. She's got Eric. Yeah.
She's happy now.
But still, though, when you're with Eric, see, I'm not going to even say it. I'm going to be nice because.
Don't hold back, Candice. Don't hold back.
Don't hold back? Okay, you said it.
Don't hold back.
I would have all kind of wicked ways with Eric. I'm sorry. I mean, I know he was a priest, but my God. He's cute. He's good looking. I'm sorry. Nicole.
Have you all seen that movie? It's called A Mermaid for Christmas.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's priceless. It's really good. It's got the actress that plays Nicole and the one that played the new Brady, Kyle Lauder. It's
also
got
Brady.
It's also got Liesel in there from General Hospital. It's really good. Check it out. It shows the actress that played Nicole. She's playing a little wicked in this movie. And I love it because it reminds me of how she was on Days of Our Lives, being kind of.
Yeah. Well, wasn't she married to Lauder at one time?
Yeah, they have a daughter together.
Married to Kyle.
Yeah. We had Sean Christian on the show. I still got to do his dance challenge. Oops.
Oh, there you go.
I forgot. Sorry, Sean. Hi, Sean. Sorry. But yeah. So we had Justin and Kayla's non-wedding, and everything happened.
Nobody liked her wedding dress.
I thought it was cute.
It was nice. Yeah. They were hoping she was going to take it off. They thought it looked more like a coat.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard about Jack reading some type of crazy poem. I heard about Jack reads a crazy poem, and Victor tells Sonny and Will, I knew Jack was going to crack one day.
And who sings?
Oh my God, I love Victor.
Who messed up Sierra's wedding dress?
I don't think it was Claire.
Don't you know?
Think it was Claire.
No,
it was not.
It was me.
I know who it.
It was me.
I know who it is. Well, no, I don't know who it is. But I know who who it's rumored to be.
It's me.
I heard that too. I heard a rumor too. Yeah, your rumor is probably the same rumor as I heard.
No, it's actually me. I did it because I'm the one that said.
She's due back to air this month, so.
Is Bonnie Bonnie Lockhart back yet?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Came back
today.
yesterday.
Yeah, she came back
yesterday.
Okay, I always enjoy that actress.
Yeah,
I miss our Adrian. I miss Adrian, but I'll settle for Bonnie because Bonnie's funny.
Yeah, she's got her eyes on Lucas again. Yeah. See, they all go away, and Lucas is back now. They go away and then they come back. I think they're just on part-time contract.
Right.
But it keeps everybody talking and hoping. And
so what's going on with Marlene and John? Do they just not have a story right now? Are they kind of like a back burner sort of?
They're just being supportive grandparents, concerned grandparents. Marlene is telling Allie, you need to tell your mama before she finds out. You know, Marlena just officiated a great wedding. And, you know, right now they're just being there. They're there.
I think it's kind of funny. I can't stop laughing about it. Nobody in Salem wants to call Sammy about Allie's baby. I think it's so funny how they're all scared of Sammy.
Heck, I'm sure. I mean, here's the thing. If you're a True Days fan, she's coming in like a
hurricane.
Everybody pray for Salem.
Doesn't she come next week, right? Sammy Brady, doesn't she come back next week?
I think next week.
I don't know.
Is it next? I think it's next week. Let me see.
What are we right now?
Taylor.
We're the 9th. Yeah, she comes next week. I think it's the 12th or the 13th, something
wedding.
like that.
That's the third wedding. Yeah, because each week is a different wedding.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
How did you like Eli and Lonnie's wedding?
I think it's very appropriate because of the times.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I know everybody's like, I enjoyed the wedding. However, I have a problem with the interruptions. Number one.
Okay.
Like the mama, y'all couldn't eat a Snickers on the way. No offense. I'm glad that we saw the moms there because usually they always say one of the moms is out of the country and here comes the other mother, you know. So I'm glad for that. Gabby, girl, really? You couldn't, like, why are you telling everybody he stepped on? I got a DNA test. I told everybody he was stuck. Okay, nobody at this point. No, I mean I understand because Eli, you know, and Lonnie has done, but this wasn't like they didn't do it to you at your wedding. I'm just saying.
Yeah. You know what? I love that. I love the interruption of Gabby, only because I'm not really a big fan of the Julie because she has a way of annoying people. But I like how Gabby threw it out and told Julie, that's what you get because you said my name 3 times. So poof, I'm here.
Oh, yeah.
I love the banter between them. They're so wicked together, but you got to give it up to Gabby. She really knows how to shut Julie up.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's a spitfire on the show.
She is.
I wouldn't want to see her leave.
Yeah. And then you have the fact of, you know, everything else. Of course, you have Vivian coming back, you know, and I understood that purpose.
I love Louise Sorrell. She's my favorite of all of Vivian. And I know the other actress that played her, she did a good job. Don't get me wrong, she did good. I saw little bits and pieces. But I just love Louise Sorrell as Vivian because I still remember to the times when she was on days back in the day and she hated Carly Manning and she buried her in a tombstone to suffer.
Yeah. But I just think, you know, it was a lot of interruptions, but I love the tradition of jumping over the broom, sweeping the old, you know, away.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Eli touching her stomach.
That was, it's a little bit of the old days. I mean, it's still family and tradition and that's what I miss, really. I was hoping a couple of years ago they would get the young ones and then kind of carry on the next generation, and it all fell apart.
I like that.
It all fell apart. Yeah.
And I think
good.
I think now here's the opportunity. I mean, we said this earlier. You know, we do have Chris Alfonso that's leaving. You know, you do look to those who did pave the way for Chabby, for Eli and Lon, you know, to carry on. You know, we know that Jay Johnson is coming back. Oh my God! In August as Philip, we know that Nadia is coming back, and Nadia, right?
Yeah,
we do know. Yeah, so we do know that they are kind of rebuilding. Yeah,
and you know what? I enjoy the chemistry between Lonnie and Eli. Their chemistry is like off the charts. It's amazing.
Yeah, they're good together.
Now let me ask this question: what y'all think about that wedding night? Because Lord knows, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for that. I felt like Eli. I saw you, Lamar, like looking like when Lonnie came down in that outfit, and he was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Is this Dave?" I'm like, "Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave. Show them daytime can be spicy and hot.
Yeah.
Go for it, you know."
Yeah.
So, but that was
it's
that
spicy.
Was
They even made memes on that. I thought that was kind of cute.
Yes.
that was just. I was like, "Ooh, child." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Okay." I said, "Am I watching Dave or a little bit of both?" Because both sometimes does those kind of look. I was like, "Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead, Dave. Show them." Y'all was trending that day too. I was like, "This is what we want for Dave." I said, "I'll forgive you, NBC, this one time." But
They're almost there, and then it's kind of a disappointment.
Yeah.
One of my biggest disappointments is Casey Moss. I was hoping a couple of years ago there he did, for the suicide part, and that was really good. And I was disappointed when I heard he was leaving. Yeah. He's been there.
I mean, I think in the next couple of weeks we are going to see kind of. Well, what I think is going to show what Days is really, about. It is about tradition. It's about family. It's also ushering in the new generation. Because, again, you do look at the super couples. I mean, when you think super couples, you do think of Days of Our Lives. And you do think of, John Marlena, Bo Hope, Steve and Kayla, Beck and Jennifer. And now you look towards the new. And I think that eventually we were going to get there, but now because of COVID, it happened. It's like you got to now hit fast forward, so you got to rebuild your dynasty with the Kariakis. That's why Philip's coming back. Oh, my God, Philip versus Brady. Philip versus, oh, my God, it's going to happen.
Yep.
So not to jump ahead too much, but are you all excited for what's coming up for the Bold and the Beautiful as well?
Well, we haven't got to that yet.
Okay.
We're still talking about dates.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
And then I'm gonna be logging off soon. Oh my God, I can't wait. Table reading.
Well, talk about Bold. Talk about Bold. Leave. Let's go.
So this past week on Bold, obviously there was Shocking Secrets. Bold has been doing, their themes. It was mentioned, however, today that after years of fans asking, begging, pleading Bradley Bell, apparently we're going to get a new love interest with Steffi. And can we get a round of applause? Yeah. Okay, I'm the only one. Okay.
But
you
I'm
might know him.
excited for the hot new doctor that's going to hit town.
Tanner.
Right. So, and also we're getting a Forster. Oh yes. They're not playing. We're getting Zende.
They are recasting Zende.
Woo! So you got that going on. So they're rebuilding the show. You probably heard last time we talked, Brad Bell did an interview talking about blow-up dolls. Here's the thing about the blow-up dolls. Okay, I'm going to just say this right now. I now understand where he was coming from because in another interview he explained, how they had the fake Taylor in a coffin, but it wasn't really Hunter Kahlo. It was a made-up. That's what they were talking about. They're not talking about the blow-up dolls we normally see, but, they're going to use mannequins. They're going to use real-life partners of the actors.
I think that's cool.
To come on.
I think that's cool that they're going to use real-life partners because that's going to be interesting.
Denise Richards was on the talk this week, and she says that her boyfriend and or husband or boyfriend, I'm not sure, is going to be Torsten K's stand-in.
Right.
Oh wow, that's going to be big.
Mhm. And Kelly Catherine Lane's boyfriend, hi Dom, is also going to be on Bold and Beautiful as well.
Oh.
And and remember what we talked about on the last show, Candice? So I'm wondering if Chad and Courtney.
Right. You got Chad Duell and Courtney, and then you got Don Diamant's wife. Then you got Kelly.
Chad's going to be a stand-in too. I love him. He's so adorable.
We were just speculating because they're using real life spouses. So as we all know, Courtney Hope is dating Chad Duell. So it's kind of making you wonder: are they going to ask him to participate?
That's what I was wondering.
Situation.
I wanted to check because
and vice versa.
I didn't know, would that be a conflict of interest since he's on General Hospital, or are they still going to let him borrow him for the little stand-ins that he won't show up for?
I mean, that is a good question. I don't know the answer to it. Like I said, we don't know if he's going to do it or not because General Hospital is going to be getting ready to go back. Yeah, because General Hospital is also going to be getting ready to go back into production soon. So, but that was about it, I think, for Bold, with the classic episodes. Next week they did talk about it's going to be summer theme episodes. Summer Escape. So that's going to be interesting because we get to see Amber and Deacon and all Zende and Hope and everybody. So
yep.
I love that. I'm really
was...
enjoying the classic reruns of our soaps that they're showing because if you think about it, it kind of like throws a little hint to kind of get prepared for when they return to remember so-and-so because that person may just return. They're not going to say it. They kind of like hint it. Like what happened with Zende, where they were casting him. They want you to get to know the characters again. Yeah. I think that's cool.
Yeah, the fans love nostalgia. They love nostalgia.
They do.
It's cool.
Yep.
Brings back memories and
I'm such a Deacon. Cool. I'm such a Deacon Sharp fan, so I'm glad they're going to show some more Deacon if ever possible. That's always good to hear.
There you go.
It is.
I'm going to hand it over to you guys to talk about what's going on with the rest of the soap world. I'm going to go ahead and do this table reading. Wish me luck. You guys, good luck. Willie, welcome to the team, and we'll talk again soon.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
See you next time, Candice. See ya.
Okay.
Okay. So my favorite part about Bold was it's nice to see Jennifer Finnegan on as Bridget again, because I always loved her as Bridget. And
yes, she's a good actress. I love her as Bridget. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is. And it was nice to see the confrontation between her and Brooke over the baby, who was now Hope.
Are they going to show any clips with Nick?
Nick. Oh, they should. If they're in...
Or we don't know yet if they are. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know yet.
Really cool. Nick's another good one they would show.
I don't know yet. So, what do you think? So, Carolyn.
Yes.
Do you remember about Bold and the Beautiful?
Oh, Bold and the Beautiful. Oh.
Yeah. I got to see if it was on. They did a lot of Sally. They showed a lot of Darlene Connolly and Stephanie.
Oh, really? Oh, I wish I had known that because that was my favorite time. That was my favorite time. I loved it. Those were when the sparks flew and they had really, really good storylines.
You were watching them?
So
Yeah, they had a couple of them with Sally on there.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe I'll take the time and watch again.
Cooking.
Okay. Yeah, Willie, I'm the days lady. I haven't. That's the only soap opera that I watch now. That's the only one I have time.
Oh, that's cool. I wanted to say thank you so much for having me here. It's such an honor. I love all the soaps. Actually, I watch a lot of them. But I think that it's so cool that we're getting to a point right now where we're going to get to see our favorite shows coming back. They're filming hopefully within the week and by next week, and as rumor has it for General Hospital that they're supposed to try to get filming, I guess, by mid-July. I think that's great because we love nostalgic stuff, but I'm looking forward to all the new episodes as well.
Well, it's given them a chance to just kind of look everything over. I mean, there's a hiatus, and there has to be changes, and they become creative. So this might be very interesting when they start up again.
It should be very interesting. I know that.
What would you like to see
Miss
as
Heather
a Bold and Beautiful fan?
Miss Heather
Sorry,
Tom,
as a Bold and Beautiful fan, what would you like to see changes?
For one at a time. One at a time, David, first.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, David.
I was saying, I believe Heather Tom went in on yesterday, her first day.
Okay.
And I think Lawrence went in either today. I think Lawrence went in today. Lawrence St. Victor.
Okay.
I think
so they're
So what do you think? We know what there's going on. So what do you think of the precautions and the protocols?
Generally, or what's happening on the soap?
Yep. This is on altogether what's going on. Number one, the number of people on set
I think that's a good idea because you have to be really careful right now.
Well, I can only go by, they opened up Florida, and now the problem is I'm going by restaurants, and they started it with 25%. Now it's happening that some restaurants opened, and then one of their staff is sick with the COVID, and the whole restaurant is closed down. So that's what's hanging over everyone's head. They could start production again, and one person can stop the whole production down. So that's what's scary.
It is scary.
Yeah,
it is
no matter what,
it's
a lot of money to set up. Yeah.
I'm over here in New Braunfels, Texas, and I know how you're feeling, Pam, the same thing, that we have a certain amount of capacity when things are open here, like for the restaurants in certain areas of where we live, and there's just only so many people that they let into the restaurant, or even theaters and all that as well.
Yeah. Well, my daughter's essential. My daughter's essential, and they had them come back in the office, and then she got the email the other day. Well, they were alternating days. She was on alternating days, so it didn't affect her. But on the other day, someone had it, and so now no one's going into the office. They all got to work from home. So I'm just giving examples of what's going on here in Florida.
With them. The other thing with the studios, and it's not just the soaps, it's every production company.
Oh, sure.
Not just. Not just. So the other one is staggered call times, which means certain number of people will be called at a certain time. So there's not too many people on set. I don't think they don't want any more than 4 in a scene.
Yeah.
The other thing is that when they used to have those long days now, they're only allowed to work 10 hours and then leave.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's 10 collectively, everyone on that day, or if certain number of people only work 10 hours, and once that 10 hours is up, everybody goes home, or just those people who have had 10 hours. But I'm not sure on that point either.
Gee, does anyone know? Like now here where I am in Florida, it's mandatory masks. So what do they do? What's happening outside of California? Yeah. What about California? What is it? Is it across the board? What do they do when they're on set?
Governor Newsom says wear a mask.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm sure they're all chopping to get back to work. Because, in a way that's hard to build that economy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Well,
some things have to roll.
It
is hard for everybody.
Yep.
So, what if you were to come back, Carolyn? What would you like to? If you were to come back to watch Bold and the Beautiful, what would you like to see?
What would I like to see?
Miss Darlene Connolly has passed away.
Yes.
Everyone is grown.
Yeah. Well, they have brought in the newer generation. I think they've done a good job with that. And do they have like morals and structure and boundaries and or is it just they're all over the place? You tell me what's going on.
Well,
I mean, they had a
with,
couple on there. Yeah, on the show. I mean, they had a few that were the voice of reason. Who's the voice of reason with the young kids?
There are a couple of voices of reason out there, but I think they forget. Sometimes history is forgotten because Brooke is now trying to be Stephanie. What do you think, Will?
Oh, really? Oh,
these days?
Okay.
Yeah, I
think,
agree.
Will?
That's about right. Stephanie's trying. Brooke's trying to act like the future Stephanie.
The matriarch. Okay.
Yeah.
And how's that going?
Not too well, I'm afraid.
Okay.
You know, because when last we left, we knew that Ridge had been with Shauna. Fill it in, Willy.
Okay.
Denise Richards' character.
Okay.
Fill it in for me, Will. Will, you
what
there?
Did you say, sir? Yeah, what did you say?
I said, Ridge has been with Shauna, and take it from there.
Yeah, I like the Shauna and Ridge chemistry. They're pretty good. I like that, don't get me wrong, I love Brooke, but I just feel that they kind of need to get her away from Ridge a little bit because we've been there, done that, and it's time to kind of start sparking some new stories. That would be good. Even for Katie, let Katie find herself an interesting, a new guy that can start some exciting romance and drama in her life. That would be really good.
Well, Stephanie was the master controller, manipulator, very, very cunning. What's the difference with Brooke? Where are Brooke's weaknesses?
Brooke's weaknesses was always her libido.
Oh.
and her other weakness is just on her, but her high rich ambitions to get on top of everything. That's always crazy.
No, so she has some of the traits of Stephanie. Stephanie always wanted it her way, for sure.
Yeah. She was
Brooke,
from the valley. And not only that, because remember, Brooke is the daughter of the woman that almost married Eric.
Oh, yeah. Yes, okay.
So that sort of took it. That sort of took it down. Yeah.
Do you think that they should bring Rick back, or they should leave him where he's away?
Oh, I think Rick should come back in some form or other. I wanted Jacob back, but
is that a possibility?
I don't know. I haven't seen any. I haven't seen anything about it.
No.
Well, and what about Maya? I know a lot of fans are asking this question, but is there a chance that Maya could return in the future, or do you think they just are done with that?
Well, with Zende coming back, there's always that tie because it's going to be interesting to find out. It's going to be interesting to find out about what happened with Nicole.
Right, and then also, is it Zende Kristen's son, right?
Yeah, they're Kristen and Tony's adopted son.
That leaves the door open for Kristen to return. That would be good.
That would be nice, too.
Yeah. I miss Felicia. She's also cool.
Yeah, she was good. What do you remember? What do you remember about the kids, Miss Carolyn? Do you remember watching the kids on?
No, I don't. I don't remember much about the kids. I just remember Sally and her husband. Oh, what was his name? Really tall, dark
Clark.
and handsome. Clark. Yeah.
He was on too. No.
Oh, I remember those. Clark and Sally were always fun together. They always fought.
Yeah, there were lots of.
He used to call him Bucky.
Oh. I miss Macy and what's his name? The one that's Ridge's brother, Thorne. Macy and Thorne were fun together as a couple. I liked them. They were cute.
Yeah. Well, so is there anything that we can talk about? Go ahead with
nothing.
With General Hospital, or with. So we've discussed days, and we've discussed Bold and Beautiful, and
we're going to go
what about
Y&R?
What's happening with them?
Y&R is slated to start next week. Go back to work.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I think Candice mentioned it earlier tonight that they're getting ready. They're getting their testing done now.
Okay. So what have they been doing with the hiatus?
Are there complications? Are there complications to any of the actors returning due to COVID-19?
Well, there's a couple. Well, you reported a couple of things there, Will. You got verification on what you reported? I remember I got pretty sad.
What happened?
Will has some news. Has it been verified?
Oh. What are we talking about?
Y&R.
Yeah, I know, but you're bringing up something. What did I report? What topic are we talking about on that?
Your latest news that you had up. You said there's 2 exits coming.
Oh yes, there's still supposed to be 2 exits coming on The Young and the Restless.
And this is verified?
That's the rumor that's been going around, but I also have been hearing it as well, that they're, because, there's, what's going to be going on is the Sharon storyline going on with the cancer storyline is going to be wrapping up soon, and that will be leading up to one exit that will happen, and then after that, there's another exit that happens. Did you want me to give you a hint of who that is, or did you all want to guess?
I know the 2 you're talking about. I just want to. Do you have absolute proof?
Did you want me to go ahead and say it, or I don't know what we're.
Go ahead and say it. You're going to make Carolyn cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm such a big fan of Ray Rosales and Jordi Vilasuso, but I've keep being told that with Sharon's cancer storyline wrapping up, that eventually that what's coming up is Ray Rosales ends up skipping town when he's got to deal with the medical, like a family crisis. He's going to leave town. And then also Kevin Fisher will leave after Chloe has her baby.
Do you know, I find that a little sad that they're doing that way.
But I'm
I don't
thinking,
know.
Even though I did report that.
Right.
Even I reported that, I still think that it's a temporary exit. I don't think it's going to be like he's gone for good exit. I think it's just one of those temporary exits because, again, like even Candice mentioned, within the soap genres,
people come back.
You got contracts and you got soaps that take breaks, even if it's COVID-19 and they're returning. They're still going to have some that I'm sure are still going to take their little mid-vacations So I'm thinking all that comes into play when they're coming back to do their film. And then the other part is we got to keep in consideration with the new stipulations, they're only allowed 6 people on the set. So that's really going to be changing a lot of the scenes that are going to be made now.
Well, sure. It's the dynamics are going to change.
I wasn't happy about hearing and reporting the exits that's coming up. But, again, it kind of makes sense because, again, we're getting real. As much as I love Ray, they really didn't give him any storyline anymore. And besides being next to Sharon and being supportive, he really doesn't have much story. And then Kevin Fisher, again, the same thing. He's a really big legacy character, but they're not really doing much as far as making him just kind of like whistle in the wind. So I think what it is you just need to strengthen the depth of the characters that they've got right now. Like, even though Kevin, if he does leave for sure, then I say go ahead and bring him back and, get some better storylines for him. As far as Ray goes, I don't think this is just me predicting here. I don't think he's going to be returning anytime soon. Not the way that the writing has been going, because I know the network's been told, all of them, they all got told to kind of get their act together because a lot of the storylines, they need to kind of like rev it up a little bit.
Beef it up a little bit.
I know that's what's going to happen. You look at Bold and Beautiful. They finally decided to get their act together, and they're giving Steffi a Bold and Beautiful love interest. So, I mean, if that can happen, I guess, I'm sure Y&R can do something. If they can't step up to the game, then maybe it's time we give new writers.
If Days of Our Lives is basically number one, people are tuning in to watch them. And obviously, the fans of the other soap operas are going elsewhere. They're doing something. They're watching something. And once you lose that over a period of time, you have to make it really, really interesting and really good to bring them back. That's
and you're true. You do. Because, it's like if they really care about their soaps like they say they do, then it's time to step up to the plate and show it because we're already summer now. They'll be back by maybe August, September? And then before you know it, we're going to be here. I mean, November's just around the corner. November sweeps. Like, what are they going to do? Because, I always have faith in our soaps. It's just, I just kind of wish I had a better faith in the writers. But I think overall, I would have, like with Days of Our Lives, Ron is doing a great job. I wouldn't replace him. He's done great. General Hospital, I think they kind of need to change some writers because they really don't seem to know what they're doing over there. There's just a lot of mismatch. It doesn't make sense. A lot of characters aren't even making sense of what they do. Young and the Restless, the fans are getting mad because how legacy characters get treated. I know I'm one of those. And as a writer to a writer, I know they can do better.
And do you think?
Things were precarious before the COVID, and it's going to be more so now. And they're really going to have to pull out all the stops to get the fans motivated back. That's my feeling.
Yeah.
And do you think that?
But there was some
Brad
news.
Bell,
I don't know if you did. If you caught the report.
You think Brad Bell's theory? Oh, go ahead.
One at a time.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you think Brad Bell's theory is going to be? Well, I heard it say by Laura Wright and by Jordy saying that B&B is like the guinea pig of trying to test it out. So do you think that they'll follow the same guidelines?
If it works.
You think they'll have the mannequins?
Yeah.
Are they going to have? Are they going to have the real life spouse stand-ins?
Yeah. If it works, sure the others will take notice and they'll do it. Of course.
So
why
thinking is
Bold and Beautiful is. Why do you say they're the guinea pigs?
Because they were the first to go back.
They came up with the idea. Oh, okay.
No, they're the first to go back.
Because they're the first to do it. They're the first to do it upon filming.
They're the canary in the, Okay. interesting.
But you know what? I'm all for it. I definitely approve of that idea. I think if you think about it, it would be really exciting and interesting with all the soaps if they were doing that level of commitment to bringing their spouses and everybody in that situation, because you know that it's being safe, they're handling themselves, and it's going to be interesting how they do the scenes, like the angles and stuff. I'm just looking forward to all of that.
Yeah. And
my
thinking is
it's very creative. It's very creative.
Very,
and there may be their own partners. Yeah, if they're their own partners, there'll be chemistry and people that don't know that those are their partners. So no, that's a good concept. That works.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
So
the other part I was trying to throw out to you was when he was when you mentioned before earlier when I had mentioned the sad news about the exits. There's also the good news. The good news is that there are some exciting storylines that will be coming up, and I did hear again, rumor has it, but I did hear that that Jack and Theo are going to get a new storyline that's going to be really exciting to watch.
Oh, nice. That would be nice to see.
Yeah, and Lola is staying. She's not going. So she's got a storyline that will also be new, and that's what I'm really excited about because you got Nick and Phyllis that are going to try to make it as a couple, but with this twist. It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to all of these new stories.
I am. So my question is, though, so do you think Jordy is being outed because Sharon and Mark Grossman are a couple, and they're going to put Adam in Sharon's orbit again, just because?
I hate to say it, but yeah, I think so, because I love Sharon Case and Mark Grossman as a couple, and they're cute on and off. But I think in this situation, I kind of think that the network is going to override what's going on with that, and I think it's going to push Jordy's character, Ray, completely out of the orbit. I think there's just no way around it. I mean, they could have kept her with Ray, but again, if you really look at the writing, it's in the writing, not in the actor. It's in the writing. There just seems to not really put any commitment to Ray's character, and it shows on the screen. It's not the actor's fault. It's the writers.
And that is one thing to consider there. And Carolyn, I'll have you know that Brighton and Brittany will be Brighton and Brittany.
Oh, okay.
Because they are a couple.
In real life?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And they are on, and they're together on, their characters are together on the show. So they made a special thing about it. They said Brighton and Brittany will not have to worry about.
Oh, good.
There's one.
Well, we'll bring that up because we're going to discuss what our choices were for the Emmys. Remember our last show?
Yeah, I do, and I was telling Candice that Anthony wanted to be a part of that, so we'll wait for when he comes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I pulled out I didn't see anything on our chat because I pulled out all the paperwork from the last show.
Keep it.
Okay.
And I forgot to add, there's the other excitement on the YNR is there's going to be something coming up really exciting for Billy Abbott and Amanda Sinclair. They're going to continue pursuing that relationship.
Okay, well, we can look forward to that. And didn't I also see that Christian LeBlanc has something coming up too?
Oh, yes, there's going to be a new story for Michael Baldwin that's going to shake up Genoa City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's a lot of
him.
stories. I usually try to, when I report, and I'm glad you catch up with that, a lot of reports that I do so that your audience understands is I get a lot of reports from sources, and I report it because it's early news. But if I can't confirm it as official, then I'll be reporting it here. and I'll report it as rumor has it for all y'all. And it's going to be an exciting summer for all our soaps. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I look forward to coming back.
Anything exciting to keep the soaps alive? That's what we're here for.
Speaking of Brighton and Brittany. Speaking of Brighton and Brittany, I believe Coastal Entertainment, I'm not sure when it is, they are having a Zoom event.
Oh.
And, Will, can you do me a favor since I'm not at the computer right now? Can you look that up for me?
For the Zoom event? Yeah, let me look it up.
Yeah. Can you look that up for me?
Sure. Let me look it up.
So there's a date?
There is a date, and you do have to pay for it, Carolyn.
Oh, good to know. Okay.
It's not really expensive. It depends what you want.
No, I know. I follow my entertainers, my singers, my musicians down here, and they're doing their live streams, they're doing their Zooms. They're charging a minimal amount. I mean, they're trying to really keep their head above water, as I say. Yeah, I mean, down here, the Gulf Beaches, that's all restaurants, entertainers, singers, musicians. We're hit really hard. I spoke to a couple of them last weekend, and I said, well, and they said, this is my only job. I mean, I'm a singer. I'm a musician. I don't have anything else. So it's really hard.
Really hard. How you replace that?
Yeah. Well, I watch their live streams. I mean, I'll slip them, $20 here and there. I'd be tipping that anyways if I went to see them. So I try to do my best, and I share them out. But it's tough. It's tough.
I'm still looking, guys. I'm still looking. Yeah, I'm still looking. I know I can find it. I just got to look at all my notes real quick. Let me see.
So who's going to be on the Zoom again, David?
It's Brighton and Brittany.
Okay. Just them or anybody else?
I think it's just them together.
One, they're together.
Oh, okay.
Just those two.
I saw a cool Zoom with 90210, the Heather Locklear. It was really good. Yeah. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So a lot are doing the Zoom, talking about the old days. Even I'm surprised. Have you seen any Zooms with any of the older soap actors?
The older ones, yeah.
Yeah.
All my children had one.
Okay.
Last month or so.
Yeah.
And Ellen Locker of the Locker Room is doing on YouTube with Guiding Light and As the World Turns.
Oh, okay. See, I thought there was going to be a more of that with the Zoom with the older stars from the soap operas.
They are. You get the older ones.
One person that gets it going, and then to get everybody on board for the time and the day. And I mean, I'm thinking everybody isn't as busy, but. And I think a lot of people thought that this was going to end a little bit sooner. It's just going on.
It's just going on
longer than we expected.
Nothing yet there, Sir Will?
Yeah, I'm still looking. Hopefully I can find it. Hold on, I'm not giving up yet.
Okay.
So what has General Hospital been doing, David, with the hiatus, with the COVID?
Like I said, Coastal Entertainment is working a lot with them, too, just like with Brighton and Brittany. So
okay.
They had one with right before the Emmys, they had one with James Patrick Stewart and Kathleen Gotti.
Okay.
Let me see, will one make... This week, they have Tristan Rogers and John J. York. Let me see, where am I here? I think that's coming up. On the 19th, there's a Zoom event with Josh Swickard and Chad Duell. I'll be at that one.
Okay, I found it for you.
You got it?
Go ahead. What's the date?
You got it. Okay, it's Sunday, August 2nd. It's a virtual appearance to Fair Fight. Brittany Sarpy and Brian James Zoom event to benefit fairfight.com by Linda Rowe and Dino Ibelli. The date and time
that's Coastal Entertainment.
Yeah, it's going to be August 2nd, 2020 at 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m. CDT. And
is that Central Time?
It's 2722, and if you need the link, I can send it to you guys if you need the link for y'all.
Yes, please do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's for all the fans that are listening, and there you go, August 2nd, 7 p.m. Is that Central Time?
It's
Central or Eastern?
Yeah, it says CDMT on there. I guess that's Central Time.
Okay, Central Time Zone. Okay, got you. Okay.
So that means it's 8 o'clock East.
Yeah. And what is
there's
the price?
still tickets available.
Are they saying how much? Are they saying how much to watch it?
Yes. $27.22. Join Brittany and Brian for a fun-filled 75 minutes of Zoom. Two of Young the Restless' most popular stars on Zoom for 75 minutes of fan fun and answers to your most frequently asked questions, plus a special 30-minute private Zoom for Super Zoom ticket holders. General admission is $25 plus tax, limited to 50 people who will be off-screen but able to ask questions via the chat feature. 75-minute event. Zoom tickets are $40 plus tax and limited to just 10 tickets available. You'll appear on screen with the actors on Zoom for a 75-minute event. There's a Super Zoom ticket for $99 plus tax.
Wow.
And limited to 15 tickets appear on screen for 75 minutes with the actors. Plus, you participate in an additional 30-minute post-Zoom event with lots of interaction and a video from the actors to you, limited to 2 minutes long and sent to you via email within 7 days of the event. Super Zoom event will begin at 9:30 p.m. EST. Tickets are non-refundable, no videotaping of the event, and must have a working knowledge of Zoom. Yeah, we're not responsible for any technical difficulty joining the Zoom event. Please arrive on Zoom 20 minutes prior to the event for check-in.
Yeah, that's what they want for all of them. You arrive, they send you the link, and then you
I've got the
go
link.
on
I can send it to you. Yeah, I'll send you all the link to you. Do I just send it to under the Take-Two radio network?
David?
You can, do it.
Or if you message me, if you send me a quick message on my Twitter, I can just respond with the link.
Yeah, you can put it on your Twitter, and then Carolyn follows you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can, and then I can share it. That's
cool. I've got some juicy information for you, General Hospital.
Yeah, this is for the fans. All the fans that don't know what's going on. There's definitely people that would want to do it.
Did you want to hear a little bit about what's going to happen for GH?
Yep, let's go on with GH. What did you think of Sonny's Children?
Yeah, I like when they do the classic moments on the focusing of Sonny with his children. I have it just me sometimes, but I feel like General Hospital centers too much of Sonny Corinthos. But as far as this goes, I like that they're focusing on the children, so it just kind of branches kind of to make it equal. But as far as General Hospital goes, the rumor has it that Julian Jerome gets leverage against Nell, but the question is, how does he use it, and who will affect if it backfires against him?
Mhm.
So that'll be an interesting plot line.
And when we last left them, they were in the middle of that custody suit. And I have to quote Candice on that the better story would have been Michael versus Lucas. Will,
that
you there?
Would have been a really good story. I agree.
Why?
So, why? Because Lucas is the adoptive father of the baby, and I'm just surprised that he didn't put up more of a fight toward him, and because there's a lot of love in there, and he'd probably want to.
Why do you think he didn't put up a fight?
Michael's his nephew, and probably I would say there was the dissolution of his marriage, because Brad's complicity in keeping of the baby's real paternity and him working with Nell. Oh my God, she's got to get nailed. And I don't mean in the biblical sense. I'm sorry. I mean, they have to nail her. I wish they had found those forged passports.
Oh, so there was a lot going on behind the scenes.
Yes, she was known. Nell was actually thinking about taking Wiley away and skipping town with him, and the police found the forged passports proving it, but then all of a sudden they disappeared. They were stolen from the police department. So yep, and the DA doesn't have a noose to hang Nell right now, and Brad's testimony is suspect because you got one blaming the other, and with Brad taking full responsibility, that gives Nell the advantage. And I know, let's see, well, we don't want Nell to have the advantage for too long, do we?
The what?
We don't want Nell to have the advantage for too long.
Well, yeah, Nell, I think there's been rumors floating about that Nell is supposedly working for somebody that Sonny doesn't know about yet. Because she is supposed to be with Julian, but there's a twist coming involving Nell's
with
storyline.
Valentine had something to do with taking those passports.
I heard something about Dante returning. It'll be interesting because I know there's a proposal coming up really soon. Huh?
You said Dr. O returning?
No, I heard that the rumor is that Dante Falconeri is supposed to return, and there's a proposal coming.
Oh.
The guy that Lulu's dating, I can't think of his name right now. There's a proposal coming on his part.
Oh, that should prove interesting. Mark lost. I like Mark Lawson and Emmy Riley.
I
together.
love Mark Lawson. I can't remember his character right now, but yeah, that's the character that's going to be coming up, as rumor has it, that he's supposed to be proposing to Lulu.
It's a little early for it. They don't give them much time.
I just tweeted the event for y'all for the virtual Zoom for Brittany and Brian.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay, and I follow Brighton. I'm not sure about Brittany. What do you know? What their Twitter handles are?
Hold on, I can check those out for you real quick.
If you know who they are, Willie, just tag them in the post. They'll appreciate that you're putting the Zoom out there.
Okay, yeah, I could tag them. That's not a problem.
Yeah, and then I'll post it on Twitter. Actually, the soap stars that I follow, they're really good. Jordy, I love Jordy. He always responds. I really like him. Stacey Hudak, she's really good. Does anyone know what she's up to or what she's doing? She's supposed to be coming back to Days, isn't she?
She did.
Oh yeah, she did. She did last week. She came back. Yeah. But I don't know if she's staying.
Oh, no. So,
yeah.
Will, are you there, bud?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm tweeting the link for y'all.
I'm gonna tell you. I want you to educate Carolyn on General Hospital in the past, what we've been seeing the past couple weeks.
Yeah, what
what's going on? Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
let's see.
There's a lot. And then, oh my gosh, there's so many crazy things going on. I know that Sam McCall is still trying to deal with, not being around Jason, because apparently if the way it's going is it's set up to where if she's found anywhere with Jason that she can go to jail.
No.
I remember that was coming up, right when we left, right before the break. That was going on.
Right.
And then in the shocking twist, we learned that Maxie is pregnant with Peter's baby.
Do you think that's a false
and then
positive?
On top of that, we learned that Michael is going to end up trying to, I guess he was supposed to try to marry, not Sasha, but I can't remember the other girl right now.
Willow. Yeah, he married Willow.
Willow. And he was supposed to try to marry Willow because he's trying to get custody of his child. And then with Nell trying to get married to Julian to blackmail him because of what he did involving the events that got her to lose her child, and also Brad got in the mix. So there's just a lot of craziness that went on. I know that, let's see, what was the other part? That Nina and Jax are kind of like, I don't know what they're coupling, because it seems like they're hot and cold. It's like they want them as a couple, but then not really, because you don't really know where they're going with that story. It's kind of like back and forth. I know that with Ava and Nicholas, their storylines are kind of complicated, because you can kind of tell they kind of want each other, but they don't want to admit it.
Right,
so
I know it.
Ava's so busy trying to get Franco to kind of like show attention for the wrong reasons, to kind of make Nicholas jealous. And Elizabeth is kind of funny because she's not seeing none of that. She's too busy focused right now on what's going on with Nicholas a little bit, because of the situation with his son, that his son doesn't want nothing to do with him because he faked being dead for so many years that he just doesn't want nothing to do with them right now. And that's kind of like she's trying to be like a protective, you know, person in this scenario. She's trying to get Nicholas to understand that it's, you know, he needs to realize what he did. His lie, it really hurt his son deeply. And if that wasn't enough, there's a rumor, or well, not really rumor, more of Peter making everybody kind of think that Holly is supposed to be dead to keep Robert busy from having to keep interfering in his life. I know that's a lot of craziness too. I don't believe Holly's dead. I still think she's alive.
I still think she's alive too. And
there's just
Carolyn,
so much going on. I probably missed a lot.
And Carolyn, there was a little talk. I don't know how true it is, but when I guess Emma Sams was supposed to be back doing that, but
okay. What happened?
But she got the virus.
Oh boy.
So I guess they had to write around that.
Wow.
Because yeah.
Oh, yes,
okay?
I heard about that, too. I remember reporting about that when everybody was shocked when I was like, but, you know, Emma Sams would be returning for the role of Holly on General Hospital. It's like, no, you're just, you know, they didn't know that it was going to be true. But then, like you said, eventually the situation came up with COVID-19, so they had to work around that.
Yeah.
Is she okay? Is she okay?
She's recovering, last I knew.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a little COVID. Everything is
update.
COVID.
So my question for you is, what would you like to see change for General Hospital? Any exciting things? Do you want Morgan to return?
Not at this time. No, I don't. And the only reason why is because Josh is there playing Chase, and watching him, I think he would have made a good Morgan recast as well.
Yes. Yes, he would have. I'm all for Morgan returning, but not with the writers, not right now.
Well, I think Chris and stepped up. They stepped up their game a little bit, and then they took a step backwards.
See, exactly. It's like they kind of lost that part of the focus on one of the story or two stories, and then it kind of like a landslide. It kind of goes down and it goes up, and down and goes up. But I think if they could kind of stick to the strength of the storylines that they're writing, then I think we're in for a really exciting summer.
Yes. Now my question is, should they do where they left off, or should they jump a couple of months from what happened?
I would think that they should go ahead and jump into a couple months, because again, with the way with the stories and the way they were going, it's like it was almost getting a little bit kind of confusing, because some stories were kind of meshing with other storylines that weren't making any sense. Like, for example, Nina, like, will she or won't she ever find her daughter? I think if they're not going to focus on that correctly, I think just go ahead and let's forget about it. Let's move on, and let's do a better story with Nina.
And take that out. So how far? Well, it's only, a couple months, right? So if they're supposedly starting back maybe the week after Y&R?
Yes, they're the last to be filming back.
So,
being
I don't know, so we can go a couple months.
Being at a hospital show, you would think that they would have some kind of a storyline related to the COVID.
They could.
Do you think
they could be creative. They don't have to say COVID-19, but they could be creative. Maybe there was like a big snowstorm or like a blackout, and it wiped out the town for like a couple of weeks, and now everybody's kind of getting back to normal after being, separated from families or who knows what. Just something creative, something that could have happened off screen, and then to go from there. There you go.
I always feel that the soap operas, one of the things that they have lost over the years, it's only my opinion, is that they need storylines that are relatable to the fans out there, what the fans are going through. They can, they have the feelings and getting involved. So I'm just saying, I mean, there's a lot of people and a lot going on with the COVID, and I've always said mental health issues, Alzheimer's, so many things that the soap operas could really capitalize on, and that's just my opinion.
No, I agree, and that's a good opinion. What it is I think the soaps just kind of need to get away from all that fluff.
Yeah.
That's that's the most important thing there. Get away from all the fluff, and get back to
reality. They need more reality.
People,
get to the fun of it, the romance that we love on soaps, and I think they'll be okay.
Yeah. No, I think this is going to be a good opportunity for them. I mean, it's been a horrible time, but I think they're going to have to get creative to bring the fans back. So it will be interesting what they're going to do.
What do y'all think about Peter? Do you think he should be redeemed, or do you think he should just go ahead and be written out?
Well, Pam is not on the call right now, so and I know Pam is one of Wes's. Is a big fan of Wes. So I think right now I don't think there is a chance of redemption. I think he had that and they blew it.
I agree. I think, to save face, I think they should just go ahead and, either make him disappear, or if they just have to, just write him out. I just don't see a sense for Peter's character anymore. It just doesn't make any sense anymore. They're always changing it around. Is he honest? Is he Anna's son? Is he Alex's son? At the point, after a while, nobody cares. Yeah,
that's the thing. Hey guys, I want to thank both of you for joining me tonight. Willie, I want to welcome you to the group. I think you handled yourself well. What do you think, Carolyn?
It's been good. So we kind of had to fly by the seat of our pants. I had all the paperwork for the Emmys here, and Candice had to leave early, and it worked out good.
So, guys, we'll say goodnight. And remember, 2 weeks from tonight, I believe it's the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have my calendar here.
Oh, sorry. 20. I can pull it up real quick if you need me to.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. 2 weeks from today. Today is the 9th, so 2 weeks will be the 23rd. Yes.
Okay, great. 23rd. We'll see you then.
All right. It was so much fun, and I'll see you all back on the 23rd.
Okay, wear your mask, wash your hands, and social distance. Be safe.
Yes, everybody, wash hands, stay safe. God bless. All Black Lives Matter. And you can also hear my podcast, also weekly, on Anchor, Spotify, CastBox, and iTunes. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
And
see you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Good night, everybody.
Good night.